3 times Om. Sahana bhavatu. Sahana bhavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Okay, I'll chant Shanti mantra. Om Bhadram Karne Bhishrunayama Devaha Bhadram Pashye Maksha Bhirya Jatraha Sthirairangai Istuštuvagam Sastanubhihi Vyashema Devahitayadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravaha Swasti nah Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nastarkshyo Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, and I'll chant the few beginning mantras. Atha Ashvalayanaha Bhagavantam Parameshtinam Upasametya Uvacha Adihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtam Sada Sadbihi Sevyamanam Nigudham Yaya Chirat Sarva Papam Vyapohya Parat Param Purusham Yati Vidvan. And the answer starts with Tasmai Saho Vacha Pitamahascha Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Davaihi. And couple more. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha Sannyasa Yoga Dyatayat Shuddha Sattvaha Te Brahma Lokeshu Paranta Kale Paramrutat Parimuchyanti Sarve. And then last, this one we were at Vivikta Deshe Cha Sukhasanasthaha Shuchis Samagri Vashiras Shariraha Atyashramasthas Sakalendriyani Nirudhya Bhaktya Swagarum Pranamya Hritpundarikam Virajam Vishuddham Vichintya Madhye Vishadam Vishokam. So till here we have seen that Ashvalayana, the disciple, is approaching the Guru, the Brahmaji, and asks for the Brahma Vidya, the highest knowledge. And the purpose of the highest knowledge is that I want to get rid of all my limitations, ignorance, etc. for good. And readiness is also there, sense of purpose is also there, and qualification is also there. All combinations of the best disciple is there, and in front is the best Guru. He says that, okay, Vedanta Shravan Manan Nididhyasan, with faith, with devotion, and with the attempt of proper contemplation meditation is necessary. And this is how one can get one can get the highest supreme goal. And how to get this supreme goal? All the different processes are being given. That yatayaha shuddha sattvaha, one who is doing right actions, just actions, the actions based on dharma, righteousness is called. Duty bound lifestyle one leads. Okay, that person eventually frees oneself from all sort of attachments and negativities. That is for sure. And that itself is called karma yoga in other way. And person also leaves the lower in the pursuit of the higher, in terms of duties, in terms of actions, in terms of even the lifestyle as well. And the highest of the lifestyle is called sannyasa. Okay, that one is exclusively clear in one's own mind, including the lifestyle also, that yes, my only pursuit is the spiritual unfoldment, and my only goal, highest goal, is the achievement of Brahman. Okay, that is called sannyasa ashrama. Okay, that's the inner motive of sannyasa ashrama, that one goes there. And we have seen that also, that okay, internally also one can be sannyasi. Okay, means one is detached of each and everything. One is not dependent of anything. Physical dependent there will be, even for the sannyasi also. But here we are talking about psychological dependency. One has leveled it to zero. Okay, and then what one needs to do, that has been given over here in this mantra number 5. And we have seen also that 3 kind of meditation one does on God. Ekarupa means God with a single form, one doing meditation upon that particular God. Then Aneka Rupa Ishvara means God resides everywhere, like a Kana Kana Me Shiva, we say all different phrases are also there. So just start appreciating this creation as a manifestation of God himself. Okay, that's what also in Bhagavad Gita chapter 10, which is called Vibhuti Yoga, in which Bhagavan also says the same thing, that okay, in Bhagavan in the chapter 10 gives some sample, okay, rather some sample, that okay, these are the hot spots. I am everywhere, but you can try this can be your starting point. He says, Vrikshanam asvattoham, among the trees, that I am a banyan tree, like that. Among rivers, I am Mother Ganga. Among the mountains, I am Himalaya, like that. So some list of items to begin with is been given, okay, and anyone one can start with, because eventually it will pervade everything, okay. And that's what is also given in chapter 11 of Bhagavad Gita. It's a Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, Vishwarupa. So means God is manifesting in form of this entire universe, okay. So Aneka Rupa Ishvara Dhyana. And the third one is a Arupa Ishvara Dhyana, means a formless God, which is pure consciousness principle. One need to meditate upon that. So this is the highest and subtlest of the Purushartha, the sadhana, okay, that Upanishad is prescribing, okay, you should do, and it demands complete exclusion of all other activities, all pursuits, and only this particular pursuit. Then only it works, okay. So the words of the mantra, Vivikta Deshecha, that I have already told, that Desha, relatively clean, pure, divine place, where there are divine vibrations, One, Shuchi Hi means, Shuchi, again what Shruti says, what Upanishad says, place should be clean, okay. And also the one who meditates, the meditator, he or she also should be clean, okay, like taking proper bath and clean clothes, all this cleanliness is necessary. Okay, that helps, because shuchi, see that if you take proper bath and new clothes, etc., that fills that sense of even purity. So all different, even small percentage also we need to add on into the journey of success. So that is necessary. And sukha asanastha, comfortable posture of meditation, and then again, for some actually they cannot sit down on the asana, so then it becomes a chair. Okay, when a chair also, the back should be the same, back position, no compromise. Okay, ideally one should sit on asana, cross-legged or whatever that easy one is. If it's not possible, then chair, or sometimes there is one, it's not asana or some, it's not a chair also, like maybe a few inch high something comes, one sits on that, so that the leg doesn't have that pressure, the knees or ankle doesn't have pressure. Whatever we do, it's better we sit down or like that. Worst case, chair, but never the sofa in which we can just disappear inside. Never that. That should be never one. Okay, so that's about it. And sama griva shira shariraha. So here also that here Shruti says that one's own back, griva again this neck, shira head should be straight in one line, and again almost 90 degree with the floor. That we can just check, it should be 90 degree with the floor. That's all. Okay. And again, sakala indriya niruddhya. Sakala indriyani niruddhya means, again, as a part of a prerequisite is a withdrawing the senses from its subjects. See, for many, withdrawal itself becomes a meditation. The object of meditation is withdrawal only, because that's a level. The mind is so much restless, and it's habitual to go to somewhere, some or another object, and jumping here and there. For them, just withdrawal itself is a object of meditation. That's for beginners. Here, okay, I calm down my mind, I calm down my senses. Okay, no more just wandering here and there. It listens to my suggestions. Okay, no means no. All this maturity is there for this kind of a student. And then next, the prana, the breathing also, like prana pano samo krutva, like in Bhagavad Gita is also said, they say there. And what is a mental condition? Atyashramastha. That's the word of Upanishad. Atyashramastha means ati adhika ashramastha. Means among the ashram, 4 ashram, brahmacharya, gruhastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, the highest ashramstha mentally means sannyas ashram. Okay, one need to enter into sannyas ashram mentally. If one is not, one is sannyasi, one need to establish into it. Okay, samyak nyasa, just give up properly, which is not my goal or even means to my goal. Give up. Okay, so even I remember somebody was telling that Gurudev Swami Chinmaya, when he used to hold spiritual camps, many places, especially Siddhabari, Himachal Pradesh, he used to give the ochre gown to all the campers. The ochre gown, like a long cloth, The orange one, orange, orange gown to all the campers, all present one. When he used to tell the campers, okay, you need to wear this all the time, okay, and till the camp time is, you are just withdraw your connections, try to, and whatever you do from the rest of the world, family, etc., everything. Okay. With such a state of mind, focus, contemplate, meditate, or it will give highest benefit. Okay. So here also the same thing. Okay. That atyashramastha, the mentally I am not related to anybody. Okay. Otherwise, my mind has natural tendency to wander wherever I am connected. Mind is related to, mind is connected to. It will go there only. Okay. So that happens. So that part one need to take care of it. Atyashramastha. And then next is a bhaktya swagurum pranamya. Having done says, means check 1, check 2, third step, check, fourth step, check. This is how it says. Very methodically, systematically. Okay. So mentally, I am completely cut off. I am completely cut off from the world, my own connections. World means what? My own relations, my own contexts. I have nothing to do with the person sitting in a 10th house if I have no connection. I don't need to disconnect because I'm never connected. Simple, huh? So wherever I'm connected, as a friend or as a foe, whichever way, I need to disconnect. Means no raga, no dvesha, no attraction, no repulsion, nothing. So such state of mind, having that, then one more factor, bhaktya swagurum pranamya. Before meditation, invoke your guru. Invoke guru's blessings. Do pranama, seek blessings and all. Because if you remember Guru that time, our mind elevates, gets more inspiration. Because Guru stands to the goal we are seeking. Guru is established into that goal. So definitely we will be lifted by just remembering the Guru. Okay. See here, that's why I specifically told Swagurum, my Guru, Swa. Okay. Not okay, that Guru, wherever I am connected, my heart is connected, wherever. Okay. That Guru I remember. That Guru I remember. Nobody else. Because all other relations, if we remember, meditation will be kept aside. Because somebody asked that, okay, whatever, I just love my boy, my children. And children are also like a form of a God. Why can't I remember my children? Okay. So the reason is that if I remember children, I'll start worrying about them. I'll start thinking about what happened yesterday. He has not done this, that. All this starts. So that's not the way. And my spouse and all. Oh no way. Okay. We need to just disconnect from all this. Exactly. Yes. That only brings us to present moment. Yes, you're right. Because I'm not thinking about past. I'm not thinking about the future. And in present moment also, I'm not thinking what to do. Okay. I'm not connected with somebody. Okay, maybe I finished that. No, nothing like that. Okay. Because this is very exclusive process. We need to focus. And now, having done all this, preliminary process, what comes here now? What is it's called antaranga sadhana. Means inward meditation. What is the now meditation process one need to do? that has been mentioned over here, because that starts now. Rut Pundarikam. Now focus. Rut means heart. Pundarikam means the lotus. Okay. See, scripture says that heart is the place, or maybe mind. Okay. That is the place, not the brain. That's important, not the brain. Okay. The mind or heart doesn't mean that physical organ. Okay. The heart or mind is the place in which, at the core of the mind, the Paramatma or God resides. Okay. So, what is the type of a mind? Like a lotus. And lotus stands for purity. Lotus stands for purity. It's never in a clean place. Lotus blooms naturally in the mud, but it's mud free completely. It's above the mud also. The same way, whatever negativity or worldliness or so many thought process goes on in our mind, in heart it's a purity. So that's where one need to focus. Okay. And another factor, another clarity or another explanation about that Rit Pundarikam, the lotus heart of mind, and its core is been given here. Virajam, Vishuddham, Vishadam, Vishokam. That core is free from rajas, all the wandering nature. Okay. It is a superficial layer of mind. Okay. That place is free of wandering nature. That is called Virajam. Vishuddham. That place is free of tamas, all the inertia, all the darkness. Vishuddham. Then Vishadam is a sattva pradhan. All is pure sattva, pure light. And that's why all this combination, that's why Vishokam is a cheerful state of mind. Cheerful means what? Shoka rahita, without any grief whatsoever. Not only in the surface, but in the depth of the depth also, no grief. Okay. So such and that's why I remember one Buddhist monk, Thich Nhat Hanh, yeah, so he also says that, okay, while doing meditation, just maintain a half smile, he says, because that cheerfulness is very much necessary. That is external effort, no doubt, but it invokes that internal nature also. Okay. And that also again gives us pleasure in that particular pursuit. So that cheerful mind, that is again blissful mind. That mind is the pure of the pure, not the gloomy one. So Rit Pundarikam, Virajam, Vishuddham, Vishadam, Vishokam, all these adjectives of that heart, the core of the mind, is been given. And one more, Madhye Vichintya. Madhye Vichintya means even in a Yoga Sutra, Patanjali Yoga Sutra, also all this been given. Elsewhere in Upanishad, they also that Mano Guha or Buddhi Guha means cave of the intellect. Other day I also talked about, cave of intellect, cave of our mind, where the mind is devoid of extrovertedness, mind is devoid of all the do's and don'ts. Even to reach that point, of awareness in our psyche, our mind only, so much work the seeker has done at intellect level also. One has updated one's own belief system in line with the scriptures or in line with the Guru's Upadesha. It is a lot of work already. Means that buddhi, the intellect, gives one's own duragraha. Duragraha means like one's own, what we call, I want it. It has to be this way. That way. And especially that buddhi has that one's own assertiveness in terms of comfort zone. I can't leave this. I have to have this. Whatever comfort zone everybody has. So all these thing is gone. As a result, one can enter into this chamber of the heart, this deepest inner chamber of heart. That is necessary. That inner chamber of the heart opens up for such sadhaka. Okay. Otherwise, for others, when they close the eyes, they don't find anything inside. On top of it, lot of mental chattering, or maybe just doze off. Whatever happens of these 2-3 possibilities. And sometimes mind is calmer, the success of meditation. Of course, that is success, no doubt, but it's not the highest one. Okay. So that result of all this pursuit, the yatayaha, sannyasinaha, all this given, that one's own inner chamber of the heart one can open, and that state is called vishokaha, the place where there is no place for the shoka or worry. That's what. Because the fact is that all kind of fears, phobias, etc. in our life is because of particular structuring of our mind and intellect. Certain type of emotions, certain type of belief, whatever, That structure is called a kind of a crooked structure, which brings some sense of emergency called fear, like that, That is that area of mind and intellect this sadhak has worked upon. Okay, that's why one's emotions are also very healthy, positive. Beliefs are all cleared out in line with the scriptures, in line with that what Mahatma and Guru says. Okay. At times sadhaka accepts what Guru says, but at the same time keeps one's own belief intact. And most time they don't know also that is happening that way. Because on surface I have accepted, but deep inside, no. I have my own ways. So here this sadhaka has done his job. Vishoka. Madhya vichintya. So in this mantra, the external and internal, the preparations of meditation is been given. Okay, it is a must. Okay, in order to gain the highest goal.
I think that to let go one's beliefs is the most difficult thing.
It is.
That is, for me, that is the heart of the ego, the identification with my own belief. And in order to reach that, what can I do is very difficult for me.
Very true. It's not only difficult for you, but for everybody, right? Because in the past, for so long or whatever, any long time period, we have nurtured it. We feel it is right. We are enjoying the fruits of it also in the external world also. So that's why it becomes harder at this point to change, because it has its own deeper roots. So over there, it is necessary that we develop a counter of it, and counter of it in general is a bhakti. devotion. Devotion to my guru, or devotion to the even this entire tradition, it is necessary. It will help develop the right belief, or belief I want. That is the first thing. And that's why devotion is very, very important in each and every step of our spiritual life. And the second is getting aware, again and again getting aware of limitation of that particular belief. Okay, because if my intellect is convinced about the limitation of that belief, it becomes easier to get rid of. But if I am not convinced, that this belief is now no more useful, it was okay in whatever past, whatever pursuit I was doing, or our state of life I was living, no, it's fine. But now at present, actually it is contradicting to what scripture says, what Shruti says, what my guru says, etc. So naturally I need to vote my guru, etc. over the belief. So in that bhakti helps, devotion helps. And second, that just looking objectively the limitations of it. This too helps. And the third naturally will be by doing intense spiritual practice, even seva and all different kind of spiritual practice, creating the belief which is more conducive for spiritual upliftment. So all the combination, if we work as per our capacity, we do our best. But this can be the solution, and naturally it takes time. Naturally it takes time. And it's...
Yeah, for me it makes me think of the word addiction, because beliefs are generally there to feed a need, and there can be an addiction to the need actually. So it's very important to actually root out, I don't know how you say that, pull the roots of the need.
Very true.
Which is behind the belief.
Yes, that's true. And that need can be gross or subtle, both. Need also can be object based or even lifestyle based. So all this. So that's why it's necessary that occasionally like that, we come to ashram and live the life as a ashramite, or rather I would say ascetic. It is necessary. We come across other sadhakas, who are doing even something different or something higher also, something more simpler and all. That unknowingly gives us a hint. Okay, maybe I should be like him or her. That aspect is really impressive in him or her. Like that, So, yes, having like-minded people, the friends and sadhakas around, it's another blessing. And speaking of belief, it also resides in different levels. So if we work on that particular belief which is available to work on, when we finished working, then another layer is exposed to us. Then and then, another layer of belief is exposed to us.
We always go from a concept to another concept. We are always creating concepts higher, and then maybe at the end we go beyond concepts. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes, can say, and rather that concept is again based on reality. It's also based on reality.
It's very concrete.
Very concrete.
Yeah, it's not only mine.
Not only some hypothesis. So it's based on reality. The only thing is that reality is subtler as it goes, as from the grossest level we go further. To articulate, explain that particular level of reality also, we need equally technical and subtler mindset and language also. So we can articulate also, we can explain also, we can know what I feel or what this belief is.
And so what is true at a certain level, on another level, is no more true.
Is no more true, right? That is a relative. So all these things are very, very essential, and practically, all like a ashram and like-minded people and all these things help immensely. Okay, and one who is ready, all external and internal, both preparations are done. One has reached to that mind, the core of the mind where there is always joy, always cheerfulness. State of the mind is such also. So no matter what happens, one is not affected. The emotionally also one is quite sound. There is no breakdown, because there is no need. Breakdowns are always based on need in the world out there. Even there are people actually, they met accident. At the same time, even I called few people like that. The person was going to go for Himalayas, and day before they met accident, and I just called him, and actually his son just picked up the phone. He says, okay, yes, my dad has met accident, and now he has like a fractures, 3-4 fractures in a leg, and maybe one in a hand also, something like that. So he's in a hospital. So I said, okay, is he able to talk? He said, yes. Then I'll just talk to him. Then I said, how are you doing? He said, it's God's grace, everything is so nice, fine. He was in a pain, in a hospital and all this. It's a God's grace, everything is so nice. And he was not just telling like that actually, just to say, but he meant it, because I know him very well. He was like that. So this preparation are very much necessary. So Upanishad talks about the external preparation, gross level, and the subtle level also. How my state of senses should be, state of prana, state of mind, state of intellect. Okay. This comes under preparation. Okay. So even one's own reach to the core of mind, the inner chamber of heart one has opened, which is like there is a joy there. There is no sorrow. Okay. Then what one need to do? Actual process of meditation. In meditation, what one need to do is being told in the next mantras. Mantra 6 and 7 together is being given. Okay, I'll also take together. I'll chant first. Achintyam avyaktam anantarupam shivam prashantam amrutam brahma yonim tathadip madhyanta vihinamekam vibhum chidanandam adbhutam. That's mantra number 6. Now next mantra also I'll chant. Uma sahayam parameshwaram prabhum trilochanam neelakantham prashantam dhyatva munir gacchati bhutayonim samasta sakshim tamasah parastat. Okay, so this mantra is talking about actual process of meditation. Means when my mind is quiet, my intellect also is very conducive, no harassment, no complaints, etc. There is a blissful, happy state of mind, and I'm meditating, I'm calm, quiet. That's not it. Okay. Sometimes, the calmness of the mind is done. No, that's not it. It says, in that calm mind, now one need to do exactly something highest process. Okay. What it says? Dhyanam. One need to meditate. And the meditation here is this is how defined. Sajatiya vritti pravaha. Sajatiya pratyaya pravaha. Vijatiya pratyaya rahita. Sajatiya pratyaya vritti pravaha. That is called dhyana. Means the goal related line of thought and devoid of thoughts which are other than goal. Even Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi also says in Upadesha Sar, he says sarala chintanam viralataf param. Okay, so deep thought process, okay, with respect to the goal means Bhagavan over here, the Paramatma or the consciousness principle. One need to do. It's not only quietening of mind. One need to do that thought flow. Meditation is a thought flow, not thoughtless state. It should be sajatiya. Sajatiya means that goal related thought flow. Goal can be as per the nature of particular seeker. Okay. But dhye sambandhi sajatiya vritti pravaha is necessary. Okay. And that goal can be, we have seen earlier, that ekarupa ishvara, aneka rupa ishvara or arupa ishvara. Means God with one form, God with many, all forms, and formless God or consciousness principle or Brahman. It can be God as per the nature or height of the seeker. But that one need to do. And that's why the meditation, especially the formless consciousness principles, meditation presupposes Shravana and Manana. Okay. One has learned, understood, internalized, one is convinced with the message of Vedanta, all the thought process. Okay. Otherwise it might happen that person is just in a state of limbo. And it can be a happy state of limbo. It can be happy state of limbo. Means I'm enjoying. No troubles, no issues, no discrepancies in that state, unlike a regular transactional world. So I'm enjoying it. It can be state of limbo. Okay. So, and see, over here that nobody else can judge. Of course, naturally who has gone higher, Guru can definitely know. Oneself also may not judge sometimes. That where am I? Okay. And that's why this thinking, about the goal, the thought process about the goal is very much necessary. And this mantra, the Upanishad is giving, first of all, the type of meditation about the pure consciousness principle, formless. Arupa Ishvara Dhyanam.
But I want to say, in this process, no one is directing the thoughts. It's just the thoughts are going on by themselves, or there is someone who is giving a direction. Or when you enter that flow, it goes by itself somehow.
Generally, it goes by itself. But when I have that thought line and conviction is in my intellect, and then if I do meditate, it goes right in that particular direction. That way alone, this very subtlest process can be taken to the state of success. Okay, because otherwise we don't know. Okay, there is nobody else to witness. Sometimes, at times, we also feel I don't know where am I going, and this particular line. And one more thing, the thoughts. Actually, every state of life, but especially the thoughts at this level, the thoughts, the very thought gives awareness in that particular line. Type of thought gives type of awareness about the goal. Okay, so
to enter in a flow somehow.
yes, exactly,
Flow,
exactly,
enter in the flow.
yes. So that is very much necessary, and here some idea is been given. Okay, that arupa ishvara dhyana, formless consciousness, how it is. That achintyam means Bhagwan or consciousness cannot be objectified. Okay, can't think of as an object because it's very subject. Nature of our intellect is I objectify anything, conceptualize if it is subtle one, and then understand. That's not the way to do. Achintyam means I undo that. I undo that.
You can just have a feeling of what it is.
Yes.
Feeling, but not a concept.
Yes. So, because what I want to do with process of meditation, that I want to get established into what I am convinced of. At this point, at this junction, I want to get established into what I am convinced of. I don't have issue with the conviction, it's done. Okay. So for that, I need to undo my mind's or my intellect's wiring. Okay. So here it is achintya. Okay. So anything I can conceptualize, it is not what I am seeking. Okay. Avyakta. It is never perceptible by the senses. Means there is nothing to see, look for by the senses. Okay.
It cannot be grasped.
It cannot be grasped. It cannot be grasped. Prashantam is totally tranquil in its nature. Okay. Shivam. I just tell Shivam about later on. Amrutam. Okay. It is not subject to death. So I am meditating upon which is not subject to death. See here what happens. Everything is amrutam, achintyam, like that. Avyaktam means what my intellect is habitual of. That habitual error I am correcting. For that, this Vedantic thinking or this all thought process are very much necessary. I am correcting my own habitual errors. Okay, achintyam.
Which is to label, because here with you say that you cannot define actually. You can say what it's not.
Yes.
What it is.
Yes. All you can say is what is not. Even that Vedanta is also proclaiming rather that pure Brahman cannot be shown, not even by Vedanta also. Cannot be shown. But what Vedanta does, it is called atad vyavrutti lakshanam. In Sanskrit it is like that. What it is not, pinpointedly Vedanta picks and tells, oh, this is not, this is not, this is not, this is not. And what I am or what my nature is also Vedanta says, but that is only as an indicator. As an indicator, not beyond it. But now the two way I need to do meditation actively. That yes, no, not to think this way, it is avyakta. It cannot be perceived, it cannot be grasped. Okay. My nature cannot be perceived, my nature cannot be grasped, my nature cannot be thought of. I cannot know by my intellect that way. And again, the positive indicators are also there. That's where it comes like Amrutam, Brahma Yonim. It's root cause of entire universe. I stop seeing myself as a BMI, the body, mind and intellect. Because whenever I see I means what? This only. I'm so much habitual of it. I need to undo it. And this undo, I need to do at that particular depth of the mind. Otherwise, it can become just like some chanting. So, tada adi madhya anta vihinam. It is infinite. The goal I am seeking or my true nature is infinite. I am infinite. I am infinite. Ekam. I am one without a second. Chidanandamaya, the bliss in the nature, consciousness principle I am. I am arupam, I am formless. I am Shivam. That Shivam, I just left it. That Shiva, now there's something to understand now. The Shiva can be taken for Ekarupa also, one single form. Anekarupa also means many forms, and Arupa also, formless. So like Ekarupa means again the Shivji is there, Shiva with Shakti and all, Shiva family is also there. The Shivji is sitting in a meditative posture while I'm meditating upon. That also for sadhaka of one order. Another order, the Shivji is a form of entire universe, and that's where the symbol is in form of Shivalinga. Okay, so in Shivalinga, I need to see that this is a universe in Shivalinga form, manifestation of Bhagavan. And the third is Shiva is a consciousness principle. The third level is Shiva is of the consciousness principle. Same name, but different three meanings as for level of three different level of people, sadhakas, which is consciousness. That's where it comes in Mandukya Upanishad. Shantam Shivam Advaitam. So over that Shivam is what? Consciousness principle. Pure consciousness principle. So this sadhaka is contemplating upon, meditating upon the Shiva, which is pure consciousness principle. And that is again flow of thought. Very subtle. Very subtle. Okay. But because each thought has its own awareness, it brings awareness. Either undoing something or doing something. So that's the subtlest of the subtle self-suggestions I am giving to myself. In the line of what Gurudev Swami Chinmaya says, contemplation, meditation. Okay, that is Nididhyasana or meditation upon the pure consciousness principle or Brahman. So that one need to do. That is one here. Upanishad is also prescribing one should do that. And then later on.
But that isn't an object.
Huh?
That isn't an object.
That isn't object. Yeah, it's not object. It's very subject. It's very meditator. The true self of a meditator, core of a meditator, swarupa of meditator. What is that? So the best seeker, the seeker who has achieved all the prerequisites, will meditate upon the God's nature this way. And later on Upanishad also talks about, okay, those who are not ready, because those who are not ready, the mind will not entertain at that level. Mind won't function at that way. It will come down. Which level? Whichever level one is. The state of being one is. The mind will come back. So, or
goal has to be assessed very specifically.
Very specifically. And that's why here all the levels of the meditations are being given. If that one cannot meditate upon, for the long time, then again come back to the Dvishwarupa Ishvara, that God is in form of this manifestation, and that we meditate with help of all the forms. Again in the same also. Over there also that's different thought patterns, but thought pattern is necessary because that will break our belief systems. That will break our belief systems and it will create another one which is based on truth. Higher truth rather. Lower and higher, all this, like that. And if I am not able to again comprehend the Bhagavan in form of this universe, again no problem. There is another level where one particular form, whatever I love, I like, not necessarily Krishna or even Shivji, Krishna, Hanuman, anyone, any form, again it should represent the godly natures and all, can be representative of the God. Okay, one should meditate upon that particular one. And then another meditative process based on, for the arupa, means a pure consciousness principle, is also been given. So rest of the many mantras are talking about the meditation. Yes, sajatiya vritti pravaha, thoughts, it's necessary. It's never a blank. Okay, so till here. Purnamada, time, I think time is up, right? Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om. Jai Ma, everybody.